Farmer Dre back at it. Got some exciting news. I'm kind of excited myself. Even though it still is winter, we got to get started for next spring, for next summer. And the way we do that with these high tunnels is we start early tomatoes. So in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and start sowing seeds for next summer's tomato harvest. Before we get started here, if you guys really want to support my channel, and if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys do that, I really would appreciate it. It lets the YouTube algorithm know you guys enjoy my content. Then it promotes my channel to other people on the platform. And let's go ahead and get started. And you might be asking me, yo Dre, why start tomatoes so early? Well, the thing is, we like to start tomatoes this early so we could have an early tomato harvest. So our goal every year is to pick our first ripe tomato about the first week of May, so that we can go ahead and get started early at farmers market and do all that good stuff. And today is December 11th, and I know it's a lot longer time than anticipated on tomatoes, but since it is cold and the days are a lot shorter, we're gonna have to go ahead and start them a lot earlier than usual. And you know, we learned over the years that the earlier you start the tomatoes, the bigger your plants are whenever you do transplant them. So our goal is to have them transplanted in the high tunnel the last week of February or the first week of March. And starting them now, that gives them 10 weeks from seeds to transplant time or transplant size, so then they can go in the tunnel. And the way we do that, we actually start them inside our store there in one of the utility closets. So these are the trays we use. They are 128 cell count trays right there. We start them inside there, so we got to transplant them to bigger pots, you know, first, you know, mid-January or 1st of February. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these inside, clean them up, sanitize them nicely. We're gonna go ahead and start planting. Alrighty, so these trays are nice and clean now. I just washed them out, make sure they're ready to go. And I still haven't cleaned out this greenhouse from this past spring, but anyways, we'll get to that whenever we need them. And the potting mix we're going to use here is just a general purpose potting mix. There's nothing to it. We buy these in these cubic, right here, these big bags. There's three cubic feet of potting mix. And you know, there's special types of propagation mix that you can use, but we do add some fertilizer in the water whenever the plants are growing. So we really, you know, the propagation mix helps out. But you know, we have this for now. This is what we're going to use. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really make that big of a difference what type of media you use if you are fertilizing through the water, and making sure that the plants have all the nutrients they need. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get this potting mix. It's nice and dry. I'm gonna break it up in clumps, break out the clumps, and then go ahead and fill these up, water them up, and start putting the seeds in here. So this is our utility room for our bakery and the store and everything. This is where the water heater, water softener, whatever. And we usually have a table, but I couldn't find a 4-foot table. I think Val took it, had to stand. So I just got these black crates we use for market, and we're gonna put the tomato plants right here. And now I'm gonna get the trays, they're still outside here, and put the seeds in them, and then put them in there. And one thing I'm gonna have to do here, I'm gonna get a small electric space heater, put it on the ground, so this whole entire room here could be about 85 degrees for the next 3 or 4 days until they germinate, and then turn it back down to 75 whenever they're actively growing. So these are the trays right here, and what I do, I just get a pencil and just kind of make a hole about a ½ inch deep in every single one, as good as I can. So this process takes quite a bit, but then this ensures that the hole is deep enough, they get plenty of soil coverage, and that it's going to work here. So I'm going to continue doing this. There's 128 per tray here, so quite a bit, and then fill them up with tomato seeds. Alrighty, so as you guys know, we are doing the Red Deuce tomatoes, and this is a pelletized seed. It comes from Morgan County Seed. You can get these from any kind of seed company. But I went ahead and poked all the holes in here, and now I'm going to go ahead and put some in my hands, and then we will start putting one seed in each hole. And I know some people do different, you know, more holes, more seeds per cell, but I found out that if one doesn't germinate, I'd rather have an empty cell than 2 seeds in one. So I mean, these have a 90% germination rate. I know last year I had 100% germination on this particular variety. All right, so this tray is complete right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. And then we also have these grow lights over here that we're gonna go ahead and turn on whenever I get done with these. And this is where they're gonna be for the next 3 to 4 weeks. And then we're gonna go ahead and put them out in the greenhouse whenever we get the heater running and everything like that. So we're gonna get the rest of the trays and we'll get to it. Alright, so I plugged in the heater, then I got the grow lights in here, and there's 4 trays, 120 cell count trays there. I had that triple there, and I put the lights on a timer, and I bought this last year. It comes off of Amazon, so it turns on at 6 in the morning, then it turns off at 10 at night. So I think it's 16 and 8 hours in between there. No, a little more. I don't know, I'm not very good at. Anyways, that's when it turns on and off. There's a little bit of time in between there, and like I mentioned, that comes off of Amazon. And if you guys do want the grow lights and the timer there's going to be a link down in the description box below if you guys want to go ahead and get the exact same grow lights that I have. And there's also, I also had a heat pad last year, but I misplaced it and I couldn't find it in the greenhouse. But that's also down in the description box below. So it's just, we put it at 80 degrees for the next 3 days. So I got this thermostat here to check it. And whenever they're done germinating, then I'm gonna turn it down to 72. It's between 65 and 72 degrees to make it go good. And that's how this is exactly how we start our early tomatoes. There's not much to it, but you know, you gotta start them inside. And the reason we start them inside is that for 4 trays, I do not want to heat up the whole entire greenhouse there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and close this door, turn off this light because we don't need that anymore, and let it sit here. I'm gonna come check it this afternoon and before lunch and after lunch and make sure everything's going good. Alrighty y'all, so tomato season has started. Tomatoes 2020 for us here on the farm. We got those 4 trays done, so hopefully the next couple of days they'll be germinated and be going to go. They say tomatoes, you'll have good germination after 7 days, so I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that thing, on the tomatoes. And then with 2 high tunnels this year, or 3 high tunnels, we will have plenty of room for more tomatoes. Another thing that we accomplished this morning, we went ahead and ordered trees for next spring. We are pushing down a lot of the older trees that are here whenever we did buy the orchard, and we're pushing down a lot of older varieties, and we are planting a few newer varieties, and we're planting a few more rows of the high density apples right next to it. And up here in the front in block 1, where most of the old trees are, we're still going to keep the traditional orchard system. And we sat and talked to the whole family, and you know, whenever people come in the front entrance of our orchard, we want it to look like a traditional orchard, so that's where we're keeping it for the next 5 or 6 rows in the first block here. And the rest, whenever we continue planting, pushing down trees and planting, we're going to plant the high density system because it seems so promising. And you know, we got 2 important things done this morning: ordered trees and planted tomatoes, so we're off to a good start. And the plan for the rest of today is to finish chopping the rest of the apple wood. And my brother Val and Radu, they've been working on, you know, posting stuff online and getting it, you know, packaging and everything. And it's a big mess. I told them not to involve me because I'm a plant guy. I'm not really a business person, but it is what it is. It's part of our lives anyway. So anywho, I want to say this is going to be pretty much it for today. If you guys haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, smash that like button if you guys really enjoyed this video. And don't forget to hit that notification icon because I'm coming to you guys 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. You guys have a good day, and we will see you next time.